Are you ready?
My name is Vandava.
Life will bring you all sorts of things. Today I have a Japanese ladybug on me. So the power of understanding who you're being and why you are acting or reacting is vitally important, right? So I wanted to talk to you, not on the power of cleansing or why you need to be cleansing or what does cleansing offer to you or to anybody else, but understanding that you are an energy base and the foundation of vibrations and frequencies and colors and thoughts and emotions and feelings. And all of these things impact us in the way we think, to the way you feel, and to the way you act out in your life. I wanted to raise the importance of cleansing your space, cleansing you, uh, cleansing the process of your habits, cleansing your cupboards, cleansing whatever type of cleansing and cleaning and purifying you can do, that will support your ability to communicate your inner well-being versus vibrating the problems or the chaos of what you are experiencing. And that is a big segment of words and sentences right there. But it is so real. I see so many people getting stuck in between or at the crossroads whereby they are wanting to talk about their well-being, but they are so focused on their worries and their fears and their problems, and they just can't deshackle themselves. They can't shake it off. It's like me going into the space and I'm trying to shake this ladybug off and I just can't shake it off. Well, you can't shake it off because there is some kind of attachment. There's some kind of stickiness with you and what is with you. What does that mean? What does that feel like? And what am I saying? It's so simple, yet in that simplicity, we often forget to take a back step so that we're able to get the reprieve that we need. And that is what cleansing is about. It's about being able to be in the space of allowing the wind to pass through you, being in the space where we're able to be in the bath and allow the water to just purify you, okay, to cleanse you so that you're able to be supported, okay, in the release. It's like a reprieve, okay, from all the communication and all the electrical, charges and all the demands and all the lists and all the thoughts and all the feelings that are never, ever, ever going to stop. So what is important? That you understand the power that you have to choose. The next thing that is important is you understanding that cleansing is a fundamental need to support the release of everything that you've been able to experience up to this place called now. So who is the determinator and who is the judge of who you are being? You. It's not so much what you're saying. Does that impact you? Absolutely, because words are very, very, very powerful and they have that impact on you and your system and others. That's why we have to choose to be kind versus to be harsh and pull back when we are wanting to be harsh because those words have arrows to them, right? But what is it that supports you understanding what is going on with you? And that is your emotional triggers, your emotional system, how you are feeling. How many times have we too often, in fact, caught ourselves smiling when we don't really want to smile, doing something when we don't really want to do it, feeling that now we're feeling obligated, feeling that it should, not a could. And those little things start tilting, okay, that vibrational scale within whom? You. These conversations that I'm having with My Name is Vanda is just raising your awareness so that you have that ability, that power, that understanding of self. There is the you that is non-physically present with everybody and everything, which is your higher self that knows you. It knows your path. It knows your dreams. It knows your wishes. It knows everything that you are. And then there's the emotional self. Okay, that is the one that feels its way as you're on the path. How many times have you walked through a path and you go, it's just not feeling right? Well, you have to listen to that, right? And where that feeling is coming from. Because sometimes you just need to clear it out, clear out the cleansing. So sometimes you have to step back a little bit more, so that you're able to understand a little bit more of who you are being, okay, by being inwards, by being understanding that you and your emotions are communicating. You cannot communicate to somebody that is on the scale of bursting with anger. There's no communication there. What's happening there is now you're shouting. Either one person is shouting and one person has just completely lost their spectrum of balance, okay? And the other person is what? Pulling back, right? Because if you don't pull back, or if you don't break away, or if you don't pull yourself away from that circumstance, okay, you are not able, all right, to redirect that energy. So what happens when you are constantly getting to these situations where you are attracting these negative people, or you're attracting these people that are angry with you, or you're attracting these situations that cause a lot of anger and internal anger within you, and you're just getting angry? Doesn't that say something? Isn't the signal loud? Because if you are not listening to that, that is your first alert that internally you are ignoring your emotional system. You are no longer well. You're on the spectrum of being resonating a higher vibration of anger and distortion, and it's going to burst. The lid is going to come off. And sometimes you go, I just had to shout. Well, because you were already there, right? So how do you manage yourself? How do you take yourself from being in tune with who you are so that you can manage the scales and weigh yourself in to what you are creating, who you're being, and what you're tuning into? Who is the master of that and who is the creator of that? You are, right? What is the telltale? What are you attracting? What's happening to you? How is it happening? How is it unfolding? There's so many scales. There's so many levels. There's so much perception. There's so many beliefs, so many social dynamics that in this rich world and diversity of abundance, for lack of a better word, okay, or plentiful, all right, you have to come inwards to you. You've got to pull yourself towards yourself and go, all right, how am I feeling about this? Because if you're feeling from situations that are still in the past, that means you didn't clean out your plate, you didn't wash your palette, you didn't cleanse your space, you didn't clear out your mindset, your moods, your mood settings. It's like going back to the dinner table and all the pots are at the table and all the tableware is still there with the leftovers of last night. Or, do you want to hear this? Most of us are dealing with emotions of emotional baggage from decades ago. You're still sitting at the table, okay, talking internally about the same things that happened back way then. You cannot have any reprieve, okay, if you're not taking responsibility and choosing, all right, to separate yourself from that emotion. If you feel that way, it is a reason why you're feeling that way. Sometimes your whole system just needs to be cleansed. That's why walking in the rain is just sometimes the greatest gift of all. Okay. Or simply, putting yourself underneath a beautiful cold shower, right? Just giving yourself a break so that the water cleanses your whole skin. Your skin is your largest organ. Every little hair follicle is a transmitter. It's just giving you a reprieve so that you can switch off, okay, from the happenings of what has happened or what is happening. So here's the question for you today, okay? For you to be vibrating in this ocean of well-being, all right? How well are you emotionally feeling about where you are? Are you forcing yourself to be well? Are you saying that you're well and not feeling well? Okay. Or are you creating situations so that you can be well, but you're just not there? Either way, okay, only you are the one that can sit with yourself, okay, and bring the space, all right, so that you can bring yourself back into alignment. So today is about showing you how to do this versus talking about it. Because the way I communicate could be very, very different, which it is, okay, to how you are communicating, right? Okay. And stepping forward or stepping back, okay, allows us the space to not only see what is going on, but for us to feel truly what's going on. All right. So let's begin by showing you how you are orchestrating, right, the ability to be in tune with yourself. Anytime that you are overthinking or overfeeling the situation between you, sometimes you just have to keep on moving forward so that you're able to move away from the things from the past. Okay. So that it supports you emotionally. So how do you do that? Moving forward, letting go, okay, supporting yourself emotionally. So what you just stepped away from is something that didn't feel good. Now, there are a million ways to roam. There are so many ways for you to start feeling better. Go for a walk, be outside, go do something that distracts you from that emotional trigger, right? Go write yourself and go put yourself into a space where you're able to focus on the things that feel good, right? The mind is a crazy thing. It's powerful. It only has the library and the memory, okay, of those things that have happened in the past, not the things that will happen. There's no recording of it yet. You are the only one that chooses that, right? So being well in this fountain of wellness requires you to feel the stream. And this is where I go. Learn to interrupt your emotional set points when you are feeling those pulls that are pulling you. Learn to bring yourself back into alignment, okay, by simply breathing in, holding that breath, feeling that breath, and you'll feel it. It starts getting stuck. What do? Set yourself in, pause for a minute, pause for a moment, hold that breath in and bring it down. You'll feel where it's getting stuck. Is it what you're saying to yourself? Is it what you're saying to others? Is it what you're seeing? Is it what you're holding in your heart? Is it something maybe that got created in the past that you feel don't have any control over? Everything is connected. The fountain or the ocean or this energy of well-being starts only with you. Your strength and your ability to connect and to bring it down and to breathe it in starts and ends with you. And only you. You're not the victim. You're the victor. And those two things don't exist at the same time. Just like being connected to your higher self and being connected to the lower aspects of yourself doesn't exist. You're always connected, but you have to choose which one. Now, where people are separating themselves, okay, is where they are communicating this heightened thought process of well-being and I feel great and I'm doing great and all of this. And these feelings are kind of swimming anti-clockwise. They're kind of creating this anti-current, this current of whirlpool, of an emotional whirlpool that sooner or later you just start tilting yourself away from who you really are and what really feels good. And now you find yourself struggling a little bit more, trying to overcome through the mind. And the mind can get you there, but it has to go around further than versus you keeping it simple and just stopping, rebreathing, reconnecting, realigning, and just be insightful. Insightful meaning, okay, what are you seeing that where you're finding the blocks of you being able to breathe? Where are you getting stuck? Is it right on top here? Is it more where you're not seeing it? Is it more around your throat chakra? Is it what you're saying? Is it more around your heart area? Is it just something there that's closed you off in your heart? Is it something there that's been created and you feel powerless or you feel fearful or you feel worried? Because the more you're feeling that way, the more you are handing that power over to whatever that is. You cannot be talking well and of being well and of doing good and of being great and of being successful and of being happy when this is taking away from you. It's the cycle of never-ending loose ends. You're never going to go anywhere. And this starts eventually separating because this is growing bigger and this is growing bigger, that eventually you have two conflicts. Your higher self that is never going to shout at you and be angry at you, and the one that is demanding for you to have all the things that you deserve. And I've spoken about deserving. We have this series that we're going to speak about everything, every topic, everything to support you, to assist you, to raise your awareness, okay, to this eternal ocean, okay, of your space between you, your water, your ocean, your planet, okay, your world of emotions. Our emotional selves are our guiding lights. You have to pay attention. You have to listen. There's a reason why you're angry. Take care of it. Learn to cleanse. You know, I have this space there that's in Shop with Vanda, right? And I haven't shared it with anybody but the network, right? So these are tools. Go learn how to clear your space, to clear your emotions, to clear yourself. And it simply starts with a simple breath and a connection to yourself.
My name is Vanda.